So what we've done with applying the concealer up to the nose bridge is to define the nose already. So sometimes you don't have to go in with a brush to uh, or a darker foundation to contour the nose. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to contour the nose. You see that area that is left? You kind of pick your brush, you follow the natural curve of your brows, and then you bring it right down to that part, that middle part, just like so. Always follow the natural curve of the brows and bring it down to that middle part. It's that simple and straightforward. And that's how to contour the nose and bring some blue light to it. Okay, and that's how you achieve that pointed nose look. Don't forget that you need to blend these highlights as well. Okay, and now once all the highlights has been blended in with the low lights, next thing we're going to do is set it all up with powder. Okay, okay, so now we want to set it all up. Sometimes I would use a loose powder, a colored loose powder. Sometimes I would use my no makeup powder. And if I really want extra work, extra kind of long lasting effect, I'll go ahead and use my compact powder to use around the highlight area. So I'm going to show you guys the difference right now. Difference between the two. So if I use my compact powder, I'm using this by Milani. I'm going to use that on the side. So I've talked about compact powders in your theory. Compact powders are like foundation and powder together, because sometimes you can decide not to use foundation when you're using your compact powder. They serve as like foundation and powder. Your loose powder on the other end is just color powder that has no foundation whatsoever. So you have to always use a foundation under it. Okay, so you use a loose powder to set your foundation, right? So that's why they're called setting powder. Now I'm using this by Black Opal. I'm using the loose powder by Black Opal. But I can also go ahead and use my no color setting powder by RMCA. Everybody should have this just in case you don't have a colored powder to use. This can work on any shade. It's just white powder, it has no color, and anybody, even a black person, can have this on their skin. So I'm just using that over it because I want to just show you guys. It's not like I want to pack great. So the concept of baking, this brings me to the concept of baking the face that is trending over the internet. Okay, I would say personally that baking is unnecessary. It's totally unnecessary. You can choose to do it or you can choose not to do it. Now, the reason why I would do it though, or apply powder under the eye is basically to catch fallout of my eyeshadow when I'm doing eyeshadow. Other than that, I don't see the necessary need for me to bake once I have set my powder, because what that does is kind of just create some more cakiness around under the other eye. You know, when we apply our cream products, when we apply the primer and the moisturizer, we're trying to stop all form of cakiness, right? But we're now packing it with more powder, it means we're introducing that cakiness back into the skin. So I find it unnecessary except when I am using it to catch fallouts, alright? Which sometimes I first of all apply my eye products totally before I go ahead and work on the skin. So that way I avoid the need to use this, okay? So just a tip for you guys to know. So from here on, I'll set the low light area. We'll set the low light area and we'll move on to the eye products. So to set my low light area, I have this beautiful powder, Super Stay by Maybelline. It's a dark powder, kind of complements the other one I always use. So I always use it and I kind of mix it with this other Maybelline one, just to set my low light area, because yeah, it still needs to. Now do the same.